Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week's video is about the design trends of 2024 that I'm really loving. As I've said it before, but I will say it again, design trends are something to just take as a form of inspiration, and you certainly shouldn't just be filling your home with every design trend that there is. That being said, they can be a really good source of inspiration and they can be a great way to give you ideas of new and interesting things or ways of designing something that you can incorporate into your home. So here are my 2024 design trends that I'm loving. The first design trend of 2024 is brown interiors. This is something that's been gaining in popularity for maybe a year or two. For the last 8 to 10 years, we've seen grey being a really strong colour that's been used either by itself or with other colours. And we've gone through all the shades of grey as well. So now we're leaning more towards the warmer brown tones. Brown can be also paired with other colours, but it can be really dramatic when it's just by itself as well. And one of the things that we are also seeing with brown is that it's not just paint finishes or wallpapers, it's also wood tones as well. So although darker wood tones have been something that is pretty much a staple, I would say that all wood tones for things like flooring, there's certainly trends that we lean towards, but I personally would always use all shades of wood stain. It is just purely on the project that I'm working on. But we are seeing that the browner tones, the dark brown walnut tones, are coming more in with furniture and also in kitchen designs. This is something that I've seen coming up for the last couple of years, and it's actually something that I'm going to incorporate in my own kitchen later on this year. A particular favourite for me is the Farrow & Ball Tanner's Brown. I've actually used this colour on all of the doors throughout our home and also on our wardrobes in our bedroom, and it is a great way of adding a bit of drama as it's a nice deep dark brown without it being too much of a brown tone that's difficult to pair with. It actually works really well with some great colours. So the next design trend is sculptural art. This is something else that I think has been kind of evolving over the last few years. A few years ago we saw a lot of sculptural pieces being on a canvas, but now we're moving away from that slightly. Although I do still think that there will be a lot of canvas sculptural pieces, we're seeing it evolve more into standalone sculptural pieces that will be incorporated either in and around other pieces of work or just on their own as a one-off piece. The third design trend is feature range hoods. This is something that again has been evolving over the last few years, taking inspiration from the old Victorian Georgian style kitchens where there would be the big range in the middle of the kitchen as your sort of focal point, and evolving that into something either mimicking that design but on a smaller scale, or even taking it to a completely modern design. The modern designs being something that's either sort of tiled around it or even like wooden fluted panelling, and then the more traditional where we've seen either a wooden surround or even like plastered range hoods, and we're seeing them in lots of different designs and shapes. And this is something that I think will really be able to elevate your kitchen design. So if you are in the process of designing your kitchen and you just want to give it that designer look, this is one of the areas that you can pick out on, and it will really just take your kitchen to that next level. The fourth design trend is ruffled cushions. So cushions obviously are just a great way of adding a little bit of personality to your interiors. They're something that is really easy to change and can be quite inexpensive to change as well. So this is a great way of just adding a little bit of interest, particularly if you have a particular design or pattern that you really like that's quite a strong pattern and you're not sure what to pair it with, but you don't want to just go for a plain cushion. Then ruffled cushions are just a great way of adding that little bit of interest and also compare really well with lots of different designs. The next design trend is customised secondary areas such as your utility and pantry. These spaces are a place where you can really push yourself with your design. If there's maybe a wallpaper that you want to incorporate, or you want to take a colour and paint it on all the walls and the ceiling, for example, these are a really great area that you can have a little bit more fun with. And we're definitely seeing these places being put on show a bit more as well, so they're not just like hidden away behind a door. They're actually, we're seeing more of them having sort of glazed panel doors so that you can see into them, and there's definitely more focus on taking the time and energy to design these spaces to be not only more functional, but to be more sort of aesthetic and really like having a bit more fun with these spaces as well. The next design trend is textured walls. Things like lime wash, Roman clay and polished plasters. These finishes give us more of a natural earthy finish as opposed to a matte finish that you get with paint or wallpaper. And it is a way of just adding a bit more interest, particularly if you have a colour scheme that is more natural, more sort of creams and whites. A great way of just adding a little bit more interest is to go for one of these finishes. A very popular brand for lime wash is called, I think it's pronounced Bowerk or Bowerk. I've actually used these in our bedroom, and it's a lime wash finish, but it's an off-white and it's almost so light you can't really see the texture coming through too much. So if you don't want too much texture, go a bit lighter, and then if you want a bit more of a pattern or like design within that colour, then go for maybe a slightly darker shade. The last design trend is Artisan. And by this I mean items that are more one-off pieces rather than things that you've bought on the high street. This is a great way of adding personality and giving your design a bit of a unique edge. And it's also a great way to support small businesses. Etsy is a really great place that you can find a lot of more one-off bespoke pieces. Sometimes they can even be customised specifically to what you want. Thank you for watching this video. If you want for more information on the design trends that I've mentioned, then check out my blog post that I've also written about these design trends. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell to be the first person to know when my next video is up. Thank you!